Hey, it's the Rican, and today I want to talk about this tweet I saw, and it's an interesting tweet because it's something I already touched upon once this week, and it's something that I always talk about. And basically, well, you will see it's complain about media. What's new? So I'm just going to show you the tweet. It's by here, Yoshi. Uh, uh, let's see, guest that I'm not going to butcher his name. um, I'm not even going to try. But there you go. Just the tweet just encapsulated what goes on right now with the media. Here it goes. In a matter of 4 days, haha, you conspiracy theories items turned out to have merit. Humans can influence Dominion machines per the company's admission. Human error, of course. COVID from a lab, immunity last year's, and VP Biden had dinner with Burisma guys. So start with the first story, which is here from it's from PA, is a local paper. Cause of Luzerne County ballot mislabeling identified. It goes here. Two reasons were given Monday for Luzerne County Republican ballots mislabeled as Democratic ones on electronic screens at polling places in the May 18th primary. Dominion Voting System Inc., which supplied and programmed the devices, said human error caused the data entry typographical mistake in the heading at the top of the ballot, according to company executives. And County Administration of Services Division Head David Parsnick acknowledged the county does not test the on-screen ballots after they are approved. The county leaves it up to Dominion to program them into the electronic ballot marking devices with no county examination before the machines are locked up for delivery, he said. So, I'm going to link the articles just like that if people want to read it. Um, but yeah, this is, the fact that, they could do these type of shenanigans and then just say it's human error. This is why, I don't know what, we need more openness. We need more integrity. That's why we need, like, I didn't have to give my ID. All I gave was my, which annoyed me because I'm like, I should have to show my ID. I did when I voted in November, but I didn't when I did my primary. They didn't ask me for my ID. But anyways, so that's one story right there. Which, like I said, here's the summary basically. Um, And the other one here is I don't see him that he put here COVID from a lab. And here's not to self promote myself, but here if you come to my channel and you come here to my video section, I have it right here. I spoke about it for at length. COVID lab leak no longer conspiracy theory. And that was just 2 days ago. So I'm just going to come back here. So if you're interested in what I have to say about that, you could come back to my video there. There it is right there. And immunity lasts for years. So here's the the blurb from the New York Times. Immunity to coronavirus may persist for years, scientists find, which I'm not surprised. Immunity to COVID may persist for years, scientists find. It goes here. Immunity to the coronavirus lasts at least a year, possibly a lifetime, improving over time, specifically after vaccination. Let me roll my eyes on that one. According to two new studies, the findings may help put to rest lingering fears that protection against the virus will be short lived. Together, the studies suggest that most people who have recovered from COVID 19 and who were later immunized will not need boosters. Vaccinated people who were never infected most likely will need the shots. However, as will a majority who were infected but did not produce a robust immune response. Both reports looked at people who have been exposed to coronavirus about a year earlier. Cells that retain a memory of the virus persist in bone marrow and may churn out antibodies whenever needed, according to one of the studies. Which you go see the other study posted online. A site for biology research found that these so-called memory B cells continue to mature and strengthen for at least 12 months after initial infection. The papers are consistent with the growing body of literature that suggests immunity elicited by infection and vaccination for SARS-CoV-2 appears to be long-lived, which is something we know about most viruses. Most viruses we have, we already, once we get it, our bodies can fight it off. That's what our immune systems do. So this is not shocking. It's not shocking whatsoever. That's our bodies are built that if you give it the right materials, the right raw materials, which is proper nutrition, proper sleep, stuff that we don't really get in our modern society. But if you get those two, proper, like I said, proper nutrition, proper, like I said, well, which goes with proper diet, proper exercise, proper sleep, you'll be fine because your immune system then is at peak efficiency and is able to battle these type of virus, any type of virus, not just this one in particular. But that's, like I said, this is something that they don't address when it comes to fighting this virus or any virus, because at the end of the day, we'll probably other viruses are going to pop up. This is not nothing, even if this was created in a lab or if it was created, it came out of nature, it doesn't matter. Our bodies, we have an immune system that's built to respond to threats. So, given, like I said, so I'm not gonna beat the dead horse, but you get it what I'm saying. So, like I said, I've been preaching this for forever that, whether you have whether you've had the virus or recovered, or whether you get the vaccination, one way or another, that's how we reach herd immunity. They kept making it about the vaccine. The only, the only conspiracy theory I will say that it's about money, because they don't make no money if you don't get the shot because you're a recovered COVID patient. They do make money off of you if you get the shot. And that's why even in the beginning of this article, they still want you to get the shot, even though you have antibodies in your bone marrow. So you have these cells that remember and help you in your immunity. So come on, it's like, please, to me, it's just about making money, and it's not about protection and all that stuff. So if you want, you can read the article. I'll copy and I'll put these articles in the description, just because the fact that I think these stories are interesting. I remember in high school, I used to always read the Science Time. I used to on Tuesdays. I used to get the New York Times for school to get the science section, because our AP bio teacher required for us to read it. And it's interesting. That's why I always, so I remember it's the Tuesday New York Times. Um, so, like I said, these are things. You know what? Let me go to the last one, and then I'm just gonna talk about conspiracy theories and all that nonsense. Um, but here's the last one, because you know when the media talks to us that they, about how all the lying Trump did, and every day they, they had a lie counter on Trump, and they always had to, publish about how, they were holding him accountable. Well, Hunter Biden brought VP Joe to dinner with shady business partners. So here goes. Joe Biden met with Ukrainian, Russian, and Kazakhstani business associates of his son at a dinner in Washington, D.C., while he was vice president. Records on Hunter Biden's abandoned laptop show. The dinner on April 16th, 2015, was held in the private garden room at the Cafe Milano, a Georgetown institution whose catchphrase is "Where the world's most powerful people go." The next day, Hunter received an email from I'm not even gonna bother to butcher it, an executive of the Ukraine energy company Burisma, to thank him for introducing him to his father. Dear Hunter, thank you for inviting me to DC and giving an opportunity to meet your father and spend some time together. It's really an honor and a pleasure. At the time, Burisma was paying Hunter, we know already, uh, the guest list prepared by Hunter 3 weeks before the Cafe Milano dinner included Russian billionaire Yelena Batrina and her husband, corrupt former Moscow mayor Yuri Luzkov, who since has died. But anyway, um, so yeah, so you can see, Biden. You can see there's plenty of videos of him going, "I don't know what my son, I just trusted my son." BS. Okay, you know, we all know what was going on. We all know what the big guy, the 10% for the big guy. So I'll leave it at that because I don't know what I can and can't say. So since uh, not saying uh, I'm not saying anyone's by name, um, I'm just hoping that it just stays right there. So um, excuse me, my allergies, like I said, out here, allergies have been horrible. So if I sound a little congested, sorry about it. A little nasally. It's going to be happening till for hopefully after another month, I'll be fine. But so I'm going to come back here to Twitter, and here's the last thing. It just, you know, this is what look. The media gives us, fake fact checks. It's opinions. It's opinions of opinions. Okay, some of these conspiracy theories were just opinions that they fact checked for just because the fact that they want to have an air of credibility by saying, "Oh, look, fact checkers said this," and it's like fact checkers said that Trump ate ice cream, uh, ate chocolate ice cream yesterday, or no, let's say Trump ate ice cream yesterday. Fact check. Um, needs context. It's true, even though it's true that Trump ate ice cream, he ate chocolate ice cream. So fact check, inconclusive. Some stupid thing like that. They'll throw in a detail that it's like, okay, it's not a lie. He did have ice cream. You're just saying that he lied because he didn't say he ate chocolate ice cream. You wanted him to be eating vanilla ice cream. It's asinine. But that's what goes on with what's going on in the media. Um, excuse me. Oh man, me. Oh man. Oh, sorry. Oh, this is horrible today. I was out with the kids, so that's what happens. Um, so let me just come out of this because I can't. Whew. So this is what what goes on when you read this stuff. After a while, like I do, I go through these things, see what touches me to want to talk about, and that's just something like today that I saw this about the conspiracy theories because at the end of the day, why they use the term conspiracy theory is just because the fact that every conspiracy theory has some element of truth in it. If it didn't have any element of truth, then no one would believe it. It'd be too far fetched. But there's always some element of truth inside there, like, let's say, oh, sometimes they say it's to make the world a better, easier to understand. Like people talk about 9/11 and the various conspiracy theories because um, because basically at the end of the day, the story that they gave us is their own conspiracy theory, but it's just the accepted conspiracy theory. You know, whether there was explosives in the building, or missiles hit the building, or whatever stuff people believe. you know Sometimes there is some truth to it, and sometimes it's easier to it's easier for people to believe. um the world is it the world has easier explanations than the more complicated ones sometimes. So just remember that you read these articles. Like I said, I use this tweet. Remember, when they call something a conspiracy theory, just be alert, because sometimes there are some elements of truth in it. So, like last year, you know, they attacked the whole thing with the lab leak. They attacked Trump. They attacked it because it was Trump saying it. So, Orange Man bad. So anything he said, it had to be the opposite. So that's what went on. And you got to understand also, like with the media, they say they have no bias, which is, if you follow my channel, it's nonsense. If they didn't have a bias, why is it that they don't cover Hunter Biden? They don't push it onto Biden and his or Jen Psaki at the press conferences, because they want it to go away. It's not like with Trump. uh you know um Something looked the mildest inappropriate, they were attacking him the whole day. That was the questions from each and every news outlet. But you have this story here where it looks like Biden knew some of the business partners that Hunter was dealing with, and he ignored it. Who knows why? Like I said, when you read some of the documents, when you hear some of the interviews, was it Bobolinsky, when he was talking about 10% for the big guy? We all know what that is. So just like I always say, you gotta sift through the stuff and find the truth. But the problem is that's not what our media does. The media portrays they're supposed to be the four fifth to say. I'm sorry, allergies today. My mind is a little bit of brain fog today. Um, so yeah, so you have to take them. You just have to sift through it and see what's true, because they're not giving you the truth. They're giving you their agenda version of the truth, and it's like whether they neglect to report it or report on something else. That's why, like when you hear people on like Ben Shapiro and Dan Bongino, when they talk about the whole Republicans pounce. When it's a story about the Democrats, it's Republicans pounce, Republicans seize, Republicans react to a Democratic controversy. But when it's a Republican controversy, it's just a Republican controversy. That's it. That's what the news media does. So by the way they report a story and the angles they take, you could tell they're biased. That's why when they say they're objective, they're full of it. So you people could criticize the right leaning news outlets, but they slant. They don't. It's like they don't pretend to say, "Oh, we're 100% objective." No, they're right leaning news. They're commentators like I am doing right now. But that's the way they get you. As like that when you look at like the Project Veritas and their lawsuit with the New York Times. The New York Times said that their defense was that their article was an opinion, but it wasn't in the op-ed section. It was in their regular news section. So you can't say that you're reporting news but defend your full story by saying it's an opinion. So there's some malice there, and hopefully, when Project Veritas wins, um, other news outlets will stop slandering Project Veritas, because, yeah, we know what their bias is. He doesn't. It's not like he's shy about what his bias is. but he still, just because he has a bias doesn't mean what he reports isn't the truth, because he gets people from inside these companies. He gets, sets them up. If you don't have to like it, but he sets them up and idiots open their mouths. That's not his fault that people just open their mouths to a total stranger they meet on, Tinder, grind or whatever these, I know there's uh straight and gay sites and whatever, because you know there's people on both sides, there's gay, straight, bi, trans. Not everyone falls into the left category. You'll find people on the right that are those categories too. So, anyways, like I said, excuse my rambling today and my nasally, but I was outside with the kids, and I was hoping the rain yesterday would have helped, but it seemed like my allergies were worse today. So hopefully tomorrow's a better day, but I will have to be outside again. So uh the right weekend today was I was pushing through today. Sorry for my low energy show today, but you can follow me. I post on YouTube. I post these videos on YouTube and Rumble, and you can follow me on social media. It's Facebook, Twitter, Gab, and I also use Telegram. You can find me on Telegram. All right. So, with that said, have a good night, everyone.